I like how you did the voice of that too. That was good. That was good.
I was told to be that way, so I feel like I need to keep true to the way the joke works.
For sure.
And on that. All right, so what are we doing? Fillets.
We're not just talking about any fillets. And you two.
He's talking about 3DK fillets.
Yeah, but before we go too much further, who are you?
Oh, I am Mike.
For me. Oh, you're good.
I work for 3DK, and I work for Northern Knives. I work for myself. And if I had to have a real job, I'd be fucking fired.
I'm Dakota. I'm the web admin who might add some strategic leaps.
That doesn't work.
And
Strategic
I'm
leaps?
joined by my coworker.
I am Alistair. I'm the shop manager at Northern Knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Lori, and I work for.
I'm Will, and apparently I'm
And I'm
fucking
Chad. I work at
Will's gone. He's gone. He's out.
Fifth Avenue Cigars, one of the finest cigar shops in Anchorage.
The finest, not one of.
Oh,
The finest.
corrected.
The finest in the far northwest.
We are the most
Are we the Northwest though?
We're the far northwest.
We're the Northwest.
Upper Northwest.
pumping.
Far north.
What, isn't Alaska everything but the southernmost state? So we're the most east, we're the most west, we're the most north?
Correct.
We're just not the most south.
How the most east?
Because we crossed the
Moose
international
Islands.
date line.
Oh shit.
We're cool like that.
Yeah.
He's from Portland, so he doesn't.
So
Yeah, I don't know
we're
anything from
doing some
Except for
fillet
birds
knives.
and shit.
Fillet.
What is so special about
We're
these?
doing the
Mike?
AK Fisher. Or no, just the 3DK Fisher.
3DK Fisher.
Which, guess who named this knife?
This asshole.
That asshole right
Yeah, because it was just fillet, and I'm like,
We're not very
name.
original.
No, it can't just be fillet. So I'm like, well, what? It's a fishing knife. It's the Fisher. Not like, fishers as in holes or cracks, but like Fisher as in
Not Fisher.
Fisher.
Yeah.
Like murdering butts.
Not like Fisher Price.
Can I have some Diplomatico?
Wait, you don't go down to Homer and murder some
Thank
butts?
Excuse me.
Mike, you can have nothing except. Well, I'll
Hey,
stop there.
watch it.
There's the door.
I should be
the,
mixing this.
Hey, since we're talking about the fillet knives, maybe you should have some of that Alaska Distillery's salmon smoked vodka.
Oh,
See, Chad, that's exactly what I was going to go for. But didn't
Yep,
feel like
got
Mike
it.
would take to it.
Got it.
it's
Got it.
unless it's a Bloody Mary, I'm not interested. Nothing against them, but it's. I mean, let's be honest. It is fish flavored vodka. Come the fuck on. It is fish flavored vodka. Fish flavored anything, and I'm already out.
This is the guy who
Unless
drinks
it's fish flavored
mezcal.
fish. I like mezcal.
Oh, I do
There's
too.
halibut at my house. We're gonna keep forgetting to bring it.
Why are you guys pronouncing it weird?
Halibut?
Mezcal?
Mezcal.
Mezcal. Mezcal. They sell it in Minnesota.
Mezcal.
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 So we're here to talk about the Fisher, right, from 3DK.
Yeah.
Fisher.
That one just got me. Yeah. Well, this is an excellent knife.
Your squeak says differently.
It was not 3DK related at all. So
So what sets these apart from, say, White River or Gerber?
I don't want
or
to talk shit on
Kershaw?
White River. I like White
I
River
like
a lot.
White River is great, but these are different than White River knives.
They are very different.
Yeah, and you can talk about the differences. Doesn't mean they're not better.
Yeah,
or
ours
worse.
don't float, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And this shit will sink. If you drop it in the water, that's your own
they have a more
You do not
substantial
warranty
handle.
sinking.
Which is why, actually, originally we did not have holes in them. The reason we have holes in them now is so you can tie it off to the
A
boat.
buoy.
So it doesn't fucking, when you drop it in the water, you don't lose the thing.
Are these just steel rivets or
They're
something?
titanium.
I love when he asks questions that he definitely knows the answer to.
You
But
can
he asks
say
them so that we can
these
talk
are
about
not
it.
just steel. These are titanium barrels.
They are
that we
titanium. They are
Put in
titanium.
there and we chamfer
Okay.
and flare so they stay in stock.
And then I mean, you guys have said it's a special kind of steel. But I don't really know.
We don't give out the formula just because,
2 parts A, 3 parts B.
there you go.
Chad, incredibly accurate
It's some
with that
kind
one.
of weird resin, apparently.
Yeah.
Bake for $3.75 for 20 minutes.
Little frosting.
No, we don't give out the formula only because it works really well for us, and I would really hate for someone else to.
Swoop it up.
Well, and especially up here in Alaska,
It's a little bit competitive.
the competitive market for fillets is fucking fierce, and we don't want to give anybody. I think we have a leg up, and I certainly don't want to give that up.
And I think on the table we've got 3 diamond woods, and then we have Micarta?
Yeah, I think we offer 5 diamond wood colors.
Yeah, we also have a
midnight.
dark wood that's different. That's got a little bit of red in it,
like
and then we also
cherry?
have a red, and we also have a
the
blue.
rose, and the
Green.
rose and the
Yeah.
midnight.
That's the blue.
No,
This is
That's-
aqua.
that's
This
the-
is dark cherry. This is micarta. This is hazelnut.
Thank you.
And then we have, there we go.
And then we have rose.
We have rose, which
Yeah.
is more of a red, and
Yeah.
then we have a midnight blue, which is quite a bit more blue than the aqua.
Yeah, which
And we offer natural handles also,
we
which
have
we're working on. right now.
27.
And
And look at that! My God.
That's 90
What is
degrees.
that not?
We
gonna
have
fillet?
we have 27 in the works right now.
Thanks, Chad, poking holes in the table there.
No, go ahead.
Totally unnecessary, but part of the video.
But
We stand behind our product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Well-
do
Sitting to
warranty
the
them for
side.
life and guarantee them for life and sharpen them free for life.
Well, what would make this better, say, than an equivalent fillet knife from
So-
another manufacturer?
not just like us, but people who have come into the shop say, I can do like a whole season without having touched it
Really?
up.
Yeah.
I can do, most people do 30 to 40 fish without having touched it up, which is pretty good. Because some people are like, I'm like sharpening it at every couple fish. And
That's
it's just
better than
sort of-
me with a fucking rod every 3 fish.
Well,
Yes.
we do have commercial guys that claim 50,
Claim.
but they're commercial guys. You
And
know
they
what I
know
mean?
what they're
Like
doing,
they
they're
know what
not-
they're fucking doing.
And they're not
I can't do. I'll be honest. I can't do 30. I can't even do 50.
Can't
but
do
I'm not. Oh yeah. Well, fuck off.
You used a K-bar last time.
Yeah, and it worked.
But I'm not the best at filleting. Like I mean, I grew up in Missouri and Arizona. Like I've filleted plenty of bluegill for
The
no
only-
fucking reason.
the only-
But, you know what I mean? Just so I can throw them back in the water because they ain't shit.
The only comment I get is that they're too sharp sometimes. Once you get through a couple fish, it dulls
Yeah.
it down just a little bit enough to where you can do your filleting and
You hit those ribs and
Well, we did have.
That's right,
Oh no,
though.
wait.
That's
We
gonna
had a
blow it
guy who posted a picture on our Facebook where when he went through the back of it, he split the tail. So the
Yeah.
tail is flat this way, and the knife came through this way, and he split the tail in half. So both fillets had a tail.
He filleted the
attached to
tail.
it. He filleted the tail.
Butterflied it.
Yeah. Went in and went right through it and filleted the fucking tail. And
actually
I
really
wonder if that's
impressive.
still on our
Yeah.
Facebook. I thought I saved that
well,
picture.
it's not like a complex design. It's a very like standard, like the swoop up on the tip, the handle shape. It's 8 inch is about standard for fillet knives
in
up
Alaska
here.
for sure. Yeah.
You can go smaller, you can go bigger, but 8 is about average. So there's nothing fancy, ridiculous about it. Just it works really well for what we have up here.
Well,
and guys down in the States seem to love it.
Yeah, and we don't want to make it too fancy because we want somebody to be able to pick it up and immediately be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So it's got to have a little bit of familiarity to it. So you can't be too crazy on your fillet design because then you just get people who are tearing shit up and
Yeah.
What do you call this pattern here? Or what would you call that?
technically it's called lazy machining.
Okay.
But
It's-
no, the
it's
actual
nice.
term is called cusping. This is
Okay.
cusping, and if you look at the sides here, the sides don't have it because I can take it out if I want, but I choose to leave the cusping in because
It
I
adds
assume that
It feels
fish guts
nice.
is gonna it's gonna get messy and it's gonna get wet. You know what I mean? And I want it to have that little bit of extra texture. So that's why it's smooth here and smooth there, but where I really want it to have the grip, it does, which is near the back and near the front. Because I always assume when you're flaying, it's a lot of this motion, and so you want grip and you want grip. And then technically, it's called cusping, and it's made when you use a ball end mill on a machine on a CNC, and you space the layers a little too far apart. It leaves something called cusping, but I did that on purpose because I want that to be there.
And
So-
it feels really nice.
the commercial guy would be more so suited for this guy.
The micarta for
my
sure.
Carter always sells out before anything else, even in our
Yeah.
hunting knives
Well,
and everything
people
else.
pick it up and it's just like that.
Micarta
feels
is
good.
it's like
yeah.
it's warm and
feels
it's comfortable.
good.
Yeah, Micarta is by far our best seller.
Less slip
And
in
we
the
only offer it in
wet.
black micarta. It looks sort of green, but black micarta is what it is.
Little patina though, right?
Yeah. Oils, beeswax, whatever,
Yeah,
fish guts.
and we could offer different colors of micarta in the future, but for now we only offer the black just because we can only spread ourselves so thin.
Yeah, but Diamond D is nice enough to make our leather sheaths for us,
Yeah,
which are
very
a
nice
tight
sheaths, actually,
fit,
yeah.
so you gotta wiggle it in at first,
Yeah,
and they
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
snug.
Diamond D does all
They
that
used to
shit.
be a lot bigger profile, and over the last couple of years, he's done a good job of, or
Slimming it
the
down.
company's done a good job of slimming it down and making
Yeah.
it like a very minimal sheath.
Yeah, and it's good, and it's rough back, which I
Yep.
really like.
And then if someone actually manages to break one of these handles, which would be rare,
So we've never had one come back with a broken handle, except for the natural ones, which eventually like split over time because of the old way we used to put them on.
when
with
you
the
say
Corgis.
natural, what do you mean?
Moose, caribou, like horn.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of people up here, like, I mean,
Not
up
hardware
here,
materials.
Yeah.
Jade.
up here, coming into contact with salt
Well,
water
you're
is a
not wrong.
given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But down in lower 48, it's, you know, I mean,
Not
like,
as common.
where I grew up, you know, I got on to Smithville Lake in Missouri. I'm not running into fucking salt water anytime soon, so we don't really deal with that. But up here,
You see it a lot.
you see it a lot, and so we have to deal with that. But we've handled a couple, not very many.
I
though.
want to say I can count on one hand how many times we've had to replace a fillet knife because.
Well, and,
it
we've been
was
doing, and
just-
the fillets are our oldest knife. So we've been doing the fillets for, Jesus Christ, they started with as an R&R
Yeah.
over a decade ago.
Yep.
Wow.
And we still probably only have about
5,
maybe
6.
five, maybe
Maybe.
5 legitimate warranty claims.
Yeah. We had one come back that it was neglect or ones have been neglected.
It was broken right here.
How the hell did that?
It
Those are hard to
got
break.
slammed in a storage container.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
And
That's
so,
hard
it,
to- yeah.
so even though it wasn't a warranty claim, we still did give it to them. We cut them a deal
Yeah.
just because
We did the best that we could
Yeah.
at the price that we
We
could.
kind of met them halfway. with it.
But if it was our own fault and we didn't put the handle on properly and it just like sort of like fell off for some reason, not with this, but in the old style, then we're happy to replace it or fix it. If they had like a moose handle on it and it just sort of like popped off because the old Corbies didn't stay on well enough, then we'll put new moose handles on. Not a
And
big deal.
that was part of when we switched over to the titanium. What we used to get is because we have such good flex, we would get separation at the front.
Yes.
But we've also modified our handle method since then, and we've changed the way our handle, like the strength of our handles, and we've made it more in line with the way we do the other 3DK knives. And
Yep.
since we've made that change, we've had 0 warranty claims since
Yep.
we made that change, and we made that change. Well, this was the first knife we made the change to, so I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, and we've had 0 warranty claims since then.
Yep.
Okay.
But I mean, like, you left it on the boat and salt water got to it and has like rust spots. We'll clean it up, not a big deal.
Well, I mean,
You-
it's sharpening and cleaning for life. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I cleaned
Yeah.
up. I cleaned up 2 of them.
Oh man, they were
Sharpening and cleaning.
Yeah.
No, I cleaned up
guts
2.
and
They didn't come in great shape.
No, they
Yeah.
came in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, but
They
like
went out.
honestly, it was maybe like 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
they left the shop looking. Even the customers thought it was like brand new.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was really.
And I
really
even
good.
take the, and I usually even take the time to like,
Yeah.
I'll even like I'll obviously clean up the blade or whenever we sharpen them, but I'll take the time to do the handles too and like buff it up, and polish it up, and clean it up, and just try to make it. I want it to leave looking.
Well, you invest in
New,
something.
yeah.
You invest in a tool like this. We really want to make sure that you understand what you have, and we'll take care of it and help you take care of it. So if if it comes in looking pretty bad, just let us know, or we'll just do it at like
Yeah, because these
Without
are
recommendation.
we sell these for $129.
Yep.
29.
And so we want to make sure if you spend $129, I'm aware that people you can get a $29 fucking fillet knife out there,
Yeah.
but we want to make sure that this vastly outlasts that and does a lot more product than
Yes.
the other one will.
I don't think for $29 you're going to get something that is this grippy and hard wearing. And for $29, you're not going to get something this ergonomic and good in the hands.
Well,
Well,
you
for
definitely-
$29, you're not going to get anything full fucking
Well,
tank.
you definitely can't talk to the person
Yeah.
who made it and be like, hey, like I don't like this about it. Can we change or like can we smooth this out a little bit?
And like
we
if
will-
someone
we'll
buys it
ha-
here, what do they have to do? Right? Come in and talk to it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
If something breaks
that's
like
it.
a Kershaw or something,
Not
that
even
breaks,
come in
like,
and
send it
talk to
back
us,
to them
just
in Oregon and
Mail it
it's the
in
whole
and
thing.
give us an email or give us
Yeah.
a note.
Yeah,
Yeah, fine.
exactly.
Click on contact us and
Yep.
I'll,
Yeah.
We'll
I need
cover
to make a
shipping
warranty
back.
claim.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
cover
that
it.
actually would
No
be
problem.
Yeah.
I need to make a warranty claim page for 3DK products.
It will never get used.
When
I was gonna say
know.
very lightly
have-
used, but it will show.
It'll be
a
the
little bit of,
least
like,
clicked on thing.
solidarity.
Like Google
Yeah.
Analytics will be like, why do you even have this fucking page?
It's good quality stuff.
All right, and shoot you that fantastic B-roll of the knife going at a full 90.
You do the Wayne's Rule? If you're gonna spew in this.